Well, boys and girls, Earth.Otherwise back here for one more run before I go to sleep. Maybe two more runs before I go to sleep. We've already seen what happens when you walk forever and what happens when you try to hide in the bathroom. Let's see what happens when we go find Shez. Yep, skip that. Let's just skip ahead to the first choice. Yeah. My boyfriend, yeah. Skip ahead. So, I went with Chiz to help him out with his sister. Oh, yes. Yeah, he clearly needed my help. Altruistic, how long have you been dating? Long enough to know my feelings were real. I mean, they felt real in the dream. In a borough, practically the suburbs so far. Chiz said he usually tries to take the subway or a bus. Lived just down the street, and we always had a customary place to meet. We didn't even need to confirm the place anymore, but it didn't seem very likely to be able to catch a bus with a subway. So how are you planning on getting there? Oh, spoiler, the bombs didn't start dropping on us within 30 minutes. It took longer than that. They did start, though. That's lucky. Yeah, well, it didn't mean we weren't in a hurry. Actually, this game reminds me a lot of that new game, Stories. Except, you don't unlock truth, so it doesn't, guide you towards the true ending. Didn't leave empty-handed. I got the biggest bag I had. A backpack, people always called it magic. Yep. Okay, so we're going to want a map this time. We are going to want food, a sleeping bag, and we can't have spare clothes, can we? Oh, actually there's only 3 pouches in that bag, not 4. My university ID, but for staff, doubles as an electronic key card. Sure, I mean, we don't really need the radio, and oh wait, we can take the flashlight too, yeah. Can we take the radio? No. Okay, so there we go, exit inventory. Bomb incoming, how did you plan to get there? The chaos, yeah, the streets were nuts, everybody was going crazy. I'm talking maybe 15 minutes after the first announcement. Living centrally. No, but if we wanted a car that returns around, people just left them, keys in the ignition, and ran. Holy shit, that must have been bedlam. Yes, so steal a car or walk. We discussed walking, so it was like 14 miles or something. It'll probably take at least 4 or 5 hours on a good day, and this wasn't a good day. Maybe a good start, though. Things might clear up outside the downtown area, and you might be able to steal a car there. Appropriate a star. Whatever you say, another option is appropriating a car. I knew a guy with a motorcycle. He really loves the motorcycle, but I'm wondering if he'd be willing to let me borrow it. I mean, we were going to rescue the disabled woman. Yeah, okay, reasonably. I didn't know you know how to drive a motor. I'm a woman of many talents. So what did you do? We decided to walk. We're going to need to get that motorcycle because cars cannot move through congested streets as easily as motorcycles. So, the first thing I saw was him outside, prepping to ride together with a group of similarly tired, similarly equipped motorcycle guys. So much for borrowing. He recognized me. He looked pretty distracted, packing up saddlebags and all kinds of things, and he stopped for a second to stop. I see you're making... Would you happen to have a spare slot in your escapo machine? He said he was heading towards the follow chapter. When I asked him when he was... Old shelter down on 3rd, under the red bar. Your old hangout, what are the odds? Anyways, he said he could take me and that he'd know the owner of the place. Sounds like a good alternative. He said no thanks. He looked at me. What'd you tell him? You know what? Let's go get his sister. No daring escape on a motorcycle. Yeah, okay. And this is the... Anyways, I had already lost a lot of time. Steal a vehicle. Finding a vehicle was easy. They'd all been abandoned for a good reason. They weren't going anywhere. I had to find one I could easily get out of there with. Right, so how did that go? And what did Chess have to say about it? He was game, anything to get there faster, but he figured we'd make better time if we split up. So I went for a car and he went to scout out a route. Sounds like a plan. I wasn't really sure But I needed a car stat. I found a station wagon open with a key in the ignition, no sign of the owner. I jumped in and got maybe half a block before I hit a complete traffic stop. Everyone was beeping, people abandoning their cars. Yes, well, I decided walking was the best option. The whole downtown area was gridlocked. No hope of driving anywhere. Where was everybody going? Most of them were going home, I think. Yeah, running away from home. So... okay. Sometimes I'll walk half an hour on the one just because I get stubbornly... yeah. Try to get there. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be. Massive people. Like people attacking other people. No, I thought it was going in this. But then I realized that the crowd was heading somewhere I hadn't planned to. A subway station. What'd you do? I was swept along, getting trampled. Apparently it was closed. People were trying to break through the gates. Time, yes. So I could practically see my apartment building, but the crowd was slowly thinning. I had to find it. No, wait. I tried this. I kept walking, although I started looking for shelter. Damn it. Well, yeah, but how could I not? Some warning or something. Weren't they supposed to warn that the event is imminent? I think they would have stayed at home. I have this dream. I did what I did. So how long did you risk staying out? He just shook his head. He was going to keep going. I couldn't risk it. I demanded we stop and look for shelter, or let's die this way this time. Yeah, was a monumental mistake that we could get outside and killed for sure, but I couldn't leave him. You'd think it was people had driven, blah blah blah. Didn't say it was easy. Did you consider? Half ran, half jogged. She always says I, but in this situation, she's there with another person. She should be using we. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to code it in. Wanted to go faster, but he slowed down when he saw I was struggling. Well, at least they're incorporating that bits. Well, and I saw a streak up. You were outside. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Skip ahead. Everybody died. Okay, let's try that again, except this time we will walk and then get a car. As far as I can tell, we have approximately an hour and a half to go before the bombs hit. So career motive, which makes up by, but not necessarily through all branches. Yeah, except in start. Skip. Skip. Ches. Skip. Help with his sister. Skip. Let's go. Flashlight map. We didn't need food that time, but I get the feeling we're gonna need at least one day of food. And a sleeping bag, and let's take the radio just in case. Okay, nice. Okay, moving on. We decided to walk out the worst of the chaos. Okay, blah blah blah. I stuck to it. Sometimes I'll walk, yeah. As fast as possible. Those was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I switched to a massive manhandled every few minutes I stopped to make sure. Any danger? No. Yeah, whatever. I could practically see my apartment building. What do you do? I kept walking, although I started looking for shelter. We had a problem. I kept walking. Okay. Just single-minded is what led me. How did that work out for you? Yeah. Things were much smoother. No bombs. Still no bombs. What did you do? We were getting closer, so we kept walking. No, they weren't. I saw it as... Well, you were outside. God damn it, I died again. Yeah, skip it all. Damn it. Okay, so is Shez just a red herring? Maybe I should go to that motorcycle guy and then go to the fallout shelter from there. At this point, the game is more of a puzzle than a visual novel. Dark Alice's Alex min-maxed for maximum ruthlessness and efficiency. She'll most certainly be able to survive anything in the world, but she will not be able to reach the absolute final ending. She is canny, super fit survival with excellent organization skills, I bet with social or romantic. Nah. Sure, we'll go with wimpy shitface. Yeah. Skip. Skip. Okay, so... Go with Shez. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's too late. Okay, let's find out. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Moving on. You know what? Fallout shelter. Yeah. Flashlight. Radio. We're gonna need food. And yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. Said I wasn't okay. Yes, but in theory there's a spy just behind me. That's where we're full. What did you do? Tried to push the door open. Yeah. So what did you do? I tried pushing. Yeah, something in front of it. Yeah. Damn it. Motorcycle man. Okay, hell yes. Actually packed up and off we went. The motorcycle's exactly as officious. Yeah? Why not ask for the motorcycle? I mean, he's not going to need to... They stashed them very carefully inside a garage. Yeah? Point being, no bikes for me. The door to the place was in a side alley where the trucks came to load, where we arrived. He knocked, a moment later she opened. The bitch queen. So, yeah. She was just so happy. She recognized me, of course, and immediately telling Ray a million lies about me. Before he and his posses were standing on the inside and I was still outside, he gave me an apology. Really? Time in front of the same damn door. Maybe a car. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Find an appropriate car. And did I die? Yep, died. Damn. What is the true ending? Those of you out there that already know are probably very frustrated at my inability to figure it out. I mean, does it have something to do with Shez and his sister, or are they actually a red herring? I really don't care about the story anymore. If I go online, thinking about my options doesn't do anything. Sure, you know what? I decided to tough it out. I went online. Yeah. Damn it. Okay. I don't even care. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Let's go back to my apartment. Whatever. Don't even care. Yeah, you know what? I go out. Yeah, yeah. So the bombs had stopped falling, at least. I could carefully... Every window was shattered, all that stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, all the fires, oh shit, yeah, I was running full tilt like some deer, and coming up in the dark, every piece of debris falling off. Tripped, of course, I remember just flying through the air in the dark, having just enough time. Yeah, I can never just embrace falling, it wasn't like that, I mean... Yeah, 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 yeah! Yep, died again. Okay, so... I'll go to Shez, Motorcycle Man, take the Motorcycle Man to the Fallout shelter and get in that way. New game, default, moving on. Accept and start, moving on. Skip. Skip. Shez, skip. Help out with the sister, skip. Go ahead. Ooh, I have access to a crowbar. Crowbar. Flashlight. Food. And radio. You say you brought a crowbar? Yeah. Yes. Actually, I was packing my stuff when I suddenly remembered that I bought a crowbar at some point years ago. It's weird remembering something. Yeah. Really? Did I have to go through 5 endings before I could get a crowbar? Moving on. Yeah, he left. All packed up, and we're skimming past all the stalled cars and even edging through the masses of people. He's not gonna need it, yeah. Thinking that, no, she saw him first and she was just so happy. And laughing in her eyes, that's all me included without a hitch. Doesn't sound very... Oh, she showed her true when we got in. So here's the thing, the place is the guest of a world of 100, but it was practically empty. You see, she was the self-appointed gatekeeper, keeping anyone and everyone she didn't like the look of outside. What the hell? Time like this? What a bitch. Told you. Still, much of it good... Anybody else? Yes, I found a few familiar faces. It was good to sit down for a talk with somebody. Well, that piece didn't last. What happened? Soon after we arrived, the second group came. She started arguing with them, but I couldn't immediately, so she was planning on... She wasn't... I looked around, but no one else was doing anything. Ray was nowhere in sight. I stepped in, I protested, I kept quiet. I know, but I was afraid. I didn't want to be thrown out. I understand, still it boils my blood. And when she and her friend closed the door and made sure it was kept closed, I really, really hoped they were left outside actually to find other shelter. This is when the bombs started to drop. Yes, the bombs. Down a set of stairs leading to an actual bunker. It was filled with barrels and barrels of beer and other drinks. But at least... Okay. We had a radio with us, and we all sat closer around us. At first there was sporadic reports, defense system working, and the signal did what it was designed to do, yes, although at one point there was a terrible sound from above, like the shelter was briefly filled with dust. All dead people were screaming. Holy shit. Candles and firelight. Did the radio come back? It did after a while. What did it say? Just about expected fallout patterns that sounded very recorded. But I guess there was to be someone alive up there still clicking the buttons, but even that ended after a little while. Well, the radio was there and the cloud of radioactive ash coming our way within 24 hours and told everybody to stay inside until further notice, and then it died. So I guess you stayed in there for 24 hours? Of course, the problem came when we tried to leave. Well, the shelter was underground underneath a big trap door, and the house above it apparently collapsed on the trap door. We tried to... It wouldn't budge. Damn, it's like a real nightmare, but we had food down here, and we started drinking beer with our meals. We could probably stretch it out for weeks. Of course, then we'd all be... but what then? Maybe there'd be a rescue, but what if there wasn't? Ray and his queen wanted to sit tight and wait for help. A few of the others wanted to find an alternate way out, maybe through one of the ventilation shafts. The third option would be to keep working on the trapdoor. It opened out, but if we removed the hinges and got it to collapse inward, then dug up through the debris, the radioactive debris. Anyways, people were getting very antsy, so it was time to make some kind of decision. What did you do? We will starve to death if we wait. Working on the trapdoor, alternate exit. I voted for working on the trapdoor. Seems like the safest idea. Staying inside, she wouldn't lift a hand to help. I'm pretty sure that even if we managed to open the door to the outside, she'd stay still. The door. We managed to break down the trapdoor so it opened. It only took a few hours. The guys who had been helping me with the door were both hit by rubble. I think this got his leg half crushed. Yeah. Oh damn, but aside from that, it must have been... Not really. For a brief moment it was a flash of daylight from outside, but it was just a flash, like somebody offering hope. How much work was there? A lot, really a lot. I wasn't alone at least, but it looked pretty bleak. So did you get it? But it loved us. We were on the rocks, so we needed to consider whether or not we could do it in any proper time. So what did you do? Let's go ventilation shaft. Air from the ventilation shaft? Well, yeah, so it's kind of risky to go messing with it. After all, we knew that, but the trapdoor didn't feel like a good idea, and neither of us were staying to it, so it was a shot. So what did you find out? Well, stood on the shoulder, shone a flashlight in, and so it was just barely big enough for one thin-shouldered person. Sounds like somebody know. Pushed me in the shaft. It was tight, very tight, and I could barely wiggle my way upwards. It's really that I have a serious fear of enclosed spaces. What if you got stuck? No one would be able to help you. Yeah, I know. Reservations. So what do you do? I carried on with it. Either way, I was going to die in the dark. To delegate that, or hope for somebody else. Okay. Crawl space, how did you do? It was tight, and I got tighter fast. I was hyperventilating. The flashlight helped. I guess you didn't have a piece of mushroom that would make you smaller. Yeah, very appropriate. Anyways, I managed to continue, so I got tired so fast every muscle in my body was burning. It must have been just a few dozen feet, right? Sure, but there were filters, and it was thin, and it went straight up, and yeah, it was not fun. The crowbar was super useful, though. It was a little unwieldy in the tight confines, but leverage is leverage. What's your strategy? Slow and steady. What would have happened if I hadn't kept my cool, but it's so easy just to get stuck, but you didn't. I didn't. Somehow I found myself looking at stuff. So the gate at the very top. At this point I was removed about 5 active coal filters, so I knew that whatever else happened, their filtration system would be broken now, so I just gave them all radiation poisoning. You had to get them out. Yes, except that wouldn't be easy. Jesus, the way things looked up there. Yeah. Anyways, there was a bit of breakdown, and then I got down. I located a trapdoor soon enough, buried underneath a ton of rubble, but it actually didn't look bad from up here. Concentrated down below, and with some help from up here, we could get it clear within a day. I was sure. What about the radiation? I don't know. Everything was covered in a layer of ash, but I had no idea if it was radioactive. So what did you end up doing? Yep, there's radiation poisoning. I left them to their own devices, or I had to dig them out. I figured it would be faster if I dig them out if I found help first. Dig them out. Yeah. Clever. Did they answer? Yes, excitedly and repeatedly. So you started clearing out, and they asked her to break the trap door so they could help in their own way. How long did it take? It took longer than I would have wanted. I worked hard, but I think Bitch Queen was less than helpful. It took us 2 days of work, although more and more people joined in after the first crack of light could be seen. It must have been wonderful, though, to help take out all those people. Were they great? Oh, yes. Still held on to her fort. She said in no uncertain terms that she was staying right there and that anybody who didn't want to wait for rescue was free to leave. Not in a million years. She was adamant I left, me specifically. The others crawled up after me. They'd do what they wanted. A few others joined as well, jumping camp. So what did you decide to do? But I wanted to find out what happened to Shez. I wasn't going down with that fight. That fallout shelter was ours. I want to know what happened to Shez. Simple. I knew where he'd gone to find his sister, and I knew where she lived. And where was that? Pretty far, out in the burrows. A while to walk with the public transport out of order, and true, but it was pretty far, and I was alone, and it would be dangerous. Did you reconsider? No, I wanted to find... Mostly, I just want the information. Because I get the feeling that she's like a chemo patient or something, and that she's going to have anti-radiation drugs. I was actually getting there. I explained to the others, and they understood. Wish me good luck. What did it look like? The things are very charred by fire, most of them. We had to pick our way through cars and debris and bodies. Oddly inconsistent. I think my building was the last one directly still standing. Yeah, couldn't do anything. No government. Well, as I left the center, things became less charred and destroyed, but there was destruction everywhere. It felt like no part of the town had escaped the bombs. Pretty slow going, and there was this ashy rain half the time. All that much I could do, at least but you made it. Where did you find? Disappointment. A lot of nervousness that I said I would find his sister's house. Had he made it? Had he hadn't? I know I could have the chase. There was a tragic thing. I didn't get any of my answers. I came to this house. It's the last time I confirmed or knocked. No one seemed to be at home. All the windows were blowing in, so I walked in, peeking. None, or well, eventually I broke in, just to be sure. Maybe she was unconscious somewhere needed. But no, the house was empty. The cupboards had been slightly emptied, and there was no sign of them being... But that was all. Very anticlimactic. So what did you do? There was actually not much else to say. I was feeling for... I was just come to... I couldn't... Yeah. Radiation poisoning. And I died again. Okay, so Ches and his sister get out. I don't know where and I don't know how, but they manage it. Perhaps... Perhaps there's a way with him to get there. Okay, so crowbar, flashlight, and food. We'll be stocking. Actually, we'll be stocking up. So can I remove that? Damn it! Oh well. Let's take the radio and take the sleeping bag. Yep, we decided to appropriate a car, walk out of the worst chaos. What I planned for, find an appropriate car. Oh, damn it. Okay, so I have to appropriate a car on the second attempt. Okay, let's... this can be a bit annoying. I mean, this thing only has one song, and it's starting to get on my nerves. Crowbar, flashlight, food, sleeping bag, radio, exit inventory, skip ahead. Decided to walk out of the worst chaos. And then scared of my wits. Perfect tool for a car thief, but didn't you say people were just leaving the cars? Yeah, that's not how I ended up using the crowbar. See, I figured I need something big and strong, right? So I was looking, I came across a Hummer. Door open, engine on, perfect. No need for a crowbar unless you smash its window. No, I was just to slip inside and hear angry shout. I turned around and get out of my car, etc. I was a total fight or flight, but I guess the heavy blunt instrument in my hand let the fight take over. Raise the crowbar, I don't know. Long enough for me to get inside and slam the door shut. Hour of announced apocalypse, you're already looking. Believe me, I just stolen his car. He couldn't. True compa. I lost some time, but I had a car and the traffic was moving. The roads were actually open. Everything was still extremely gruesome, but the cars were at least moving without needing extra nudging. Getting caught on the freeway during the explosion didn't seem like a good time, though. What was your plan? First available exit, we had to get to the boroughs, of course. Actually made it that far. How long was it before I'm not entirely sure. 2 hours. I think they hit everywhere else before they hit us. I'm not really sure why. Missile shield. No, we didn't. Do we have one of those? Anyways. It was a miracle. I hope we didn't end up finding a better shelter than his sister's house. It was nil. I told him that and he agreed. All we had to do was get in there and park the car and I got out. So was she there? Come on. She's there. After a few minutes it opened. Jane a mop and pale hair and scared eyes. And she immediately opened the door and jumped. It was, but she wasn't wheelchair bound constantly. There was, however, a wheelchair in the entry hall. Anyways, we didn't really have time for the cities. The bombs were coming. Right. So, battle plan. Well, I guess you look for a basement, but the place didn't have one. Yeah. Okay, so whole bunch of food. Happened was that the windows blew in. Bomb came for, I don't know. I didn't want to think about the worst of downtown. It was scary enough. Yeah, one of the bombs had stopped hitting, but at least you got out. How long did you wait in the house? For as long as the supplies lasted, for 24 hours. Have saved the house, windows blasted open, all that, but it was probably safer than walking the streets. As long as I think that ought to be okay. And I really did go, and I didn't have to supplement a bit from the cupboards. I'm sure it was fine. See, I wanted to keep going. There was a lot of survivors on the road as well. Soon enough, the rumor there was a government evacuation center, somebody in the old college. Everybody was going there. The college. Yep. Talk about coming back from the beginning. Anyways. The river. That's the thing that I didn't live anywhere near it, so whenever I crossed it, I just drove over. But then it was a geographic reality. The bridges were still there, true, but when we approached them, we realized they were occupied. I'm not sure. I saw them conducting cover. I saw maybe that there were good news. They had guns and were arresting other people who'd come to the bridge. I think they were mugging them. Did they let anybody pass? But I didn't know what the price was, the criteria. So what do you do? Ooh, are all the bridges covered? I'm pretty bad up. And seems like I was willing to take the chance. Group of our men. How much time did you lose? About 2 days? Walked further away from the river, but that didn't really work. Perhaps it was broken. Yes, it had collapsed. Oh geez, no hope. Totally half of it was dragging in the current. Some cars. I have to go. There's no way Mary across safely, are there? Yeah. Damn it, died again. How do you win this piece of shit? Do you have to go through 10 endings before you can win? But I think I'm done here, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna go probably sleep and then review this. See you guys next time.